Hey orchid loving friends, it's Deb. I was waiting for this beautiful little girl to bloom, open up those petals so I could do my July update, and here she is. Isn't she just gorgeous? This is Paphiopedilum godifreya. She's so tiny, so delicate. Look at this. I mean, I'm so sorry for having her in this old 7-Up. I think this is a Diet 7-Up pop bottle, but isn't that horrible? When I repot her, I'm going to put her in a nicer container, but you know, she is so pretty. Look at the spotting on her leaves. So pretty. Yay. Oops, there we go. So let's talk July updates. I am still waiting for this little beauty to actually bloom. She's got her little buds are there now. I'm so excited to see her delicate little yellow happiness. This is my Oncidium cariforum. I love the little spotting on her bulbs too. It's very interesting. Happily living in water. So as you can see, the majority of my plants are in water. So I just have those couple like her that is in moss. She's in a mixture of moss and leca pebbles in there. Let's see, you can see her roots. She's super happy in here too. Look at those roots. Nice and fuzzy. So all I do to water her is I just fill up her little dish that she sits in. Fill it up, the water collects in here. I have moss all the way down to the bottom to soak up the moisture to the top. That is how she gets watered. I'm super excited about this one too. So I haven't really been showing her much lately, but this is my Rhynchostylus. Look at her. So when I got her, there was 2 of them in the basket, and one was actually looking like it was about to bloom, and she just completely yellowed and died back. So this is the second one. Look at that root. I can't focus in on it, but she is doing fantastic. So she likes it underneath here and this brighter kind of light back here. Still no blooms down here though, but some great growth. This one is finally shot off. I was very uncertain of what I was going to end up doing, because sometimes when you get a plant, they're just not happy with water culture. So I was beginning to think that was the deal with this one, and then she had a little new growth off the side there. Same with this one. I haven't given up. But sometimes they just don't like water culture. So I'm going to give her a little bit longer, see what happens, and maybe I'll put her in some leca or something. But look, my Jarrick fragrance has another spike. So her last spike that she just had faded off, all the little blooms fell, but super excited to see that she's going to have another one on there. My dynamic duo, of course, my gold staff, still doing so well. Again, I have not cut off the old spikes because I figured something might happen at a couple of these nodes, but nothing. But who knows? It doesn't bother me to have those old spikes on there. I am just itching for my Tolumnia to send me off some spikes. I'm not sure what's happening. She just keeps pushing out new growth, which is fine. I mean, completely fine there, but I would love it. I would love it if I got some blooms on her. So she's been mounted since I got her. She's quite a bit bigger now, I should point out. And I figured out what happened to my Denfell. So you can see right here in the middle of this spike how it is. Are we gonna focus? There we go. Right there, it got all soft. And I think what had happened was when I had her over on the other corner over here, it was sitting against the light. And even though these are LED lights and they're quite cool, they still do have a bit of warmth to them. This is the one that she was sitting against. So the underneath, the bulb itself is cool. There's no heat whatsoever, but the top of it does get warm, right? Where the heat dissipates. So I'm pretty sure that's what happened, is she was sitting against that light and I didn't catch it. I haven't cut it off. I'm still in mourning. But look. I am so happy about this too. This is pretty. This is my 6-year-old, almost 7-year-old rescue that a co-worker had given to me. She's my oldest orchid that I have, and the first one that I put in water culture. She did not bloom at all for me last year. That was part my fault. She had a complete 180 in environmental change, but I'm so happy to see her gorgeous blooms now. She's so pretty. I mean, nothing too fancy, and that's okay. We're okay with that. My Matuo Diamond Black is going to give me a couple more. On the top shelf, that's all I've got going on. I can't wait for this one. This is my Miltoniopsis. I can't wait for something to happen with her too. And my Wilsonara. This has got to be one of the easiest orchids that I've grown. Like, this thing, it's just easy to grow, especially in water culture. I don't know about other mediums, but in water culture, it's been so easy to grow. You can see there, that is a sign that it was not getting enough water at the point of that leaf coming out. So they definitely tell you when they're not happy, right? They definitely tell you when they're not happy. My Bulbophyllum has another bulb, another shoot coming out there. Gonna get another bulb. Can't wait for that one to bloom again too. And that's pretty much it for what's in bloom. Oh, look at this. This is craziness right here. So I lost the leaf on this side. This one was perfectly fine, and now I have this. And I at first thought it was because I had it too close to the light. I had it on the second shelf down there, but now I'm not too sure. If anybody has a suggestion here, let me know. I would love some insight. I'm going to do some Google searching here. And this is really only been in the last couple of weeks. Like, she always had that mark there, and that is why I thought, because I've seen an occasion where they're just too close to the light, they're getting burned, but something is definitely ravaging this leaf. Her other new leaf coming out there doesn't seem to have any issues with it thus far, so I would like to figure that out before that leaf totally grows out. This little girl, she's just so happy. She just keeps keeping on. Little grocery store rescue that I did. We don't have any other growths or anything here, so it looks like that's going to be the only bloom I have on this spike, and who knows, maybe she'll send me out another one, but nothing there. Let's go over to the IKEA cabinet, have a look. So we're going to start down here with my little Deliciosa. Check this out. This was growing down inside of her container. And I had no idea it was there because it was kind of stuck in between her roots, and I just didn't see it. So this is the spike that's always been there, still pushing out buds, still pushing out blooms. But this one was literally growing down inside, in amongst the roots, and it was in water. It was in the water. So when I pulled her out to clean her glass, I saw that and I was like, oh my goodness, that is hilarious. So now the only problem here is it's going to end up touching the glass. So I'm going to have to just put something in there to hold that delicate little spike up. But isn't that awesome? So sweet. So sweet to find that. So nothing happening with my Hieroglyphica hybrid anymore. I think she's finally just stopped. But again, I'm not cutting off anything because you just never know what will happen there. What else? My Samara up here still has that bloom on. She's about to she's about to lose one of her leaves on there. And then my Francis Fox, her latest growth was growing down under. So I had to keep kind of delicately repositioning that growth so that it would come up and out. But you can see that it's let me move you out of the way, little girl. You can see the way that it's still kind of bent over a little bit, which is pretty funny. It is straightening out, but another thing that I've been doing with these guys, with her in here, is I've been leaving a little bit of water, so you can see that there's water at the top of the glass pebbles, glass beads. So I've been leaving just a few of those roots touching the water, and I've noticed that she's actually really enjoying that. So I'm going to keep that water level up there for her. I think it helps because it does get pretty warm in here when I forget to have the humidifier on. Excited about this too. Look at that little growth I have popping out there. So excited. This is my Cochleata, or what has been renamed Proseclia. Cochleata anyway. This is the little one that will look like an octopus or a jellyfish, whatever you want to say. Very cute anyway. Octopus, I believe. That's all that's happening in the IKEA cabinet as well. I've been trying to decide what other ones I want to get and put in here to start growing. Looking forward to filling up this cabinet again, but let us leave with the vision of this little beauty. There we go. Thanks for watching, friends. Talk soon.